Howdy, Merriam. Billy Cohen here at our community center. I'm just about a minute after start of the art committee meeting, so we're going to be quiet when we walk on in.
That, we're open to feedback about these, so bigger. Which window is it?
I was gonna say, can
Oh,
you
sorry,
remind
did
us
I-
which window it
Is
is?
it like
I
the
thought
whole,
I put that in the
the building is not being, it's just like the interior?
Yeah, it's the front windows,
If you were in the parking lot and you were gonna go into City Hall, it's the
It's
very
the above
high,
window,
yeah, very
Oh,
high
what-
window.
okay.
yeah,
Oh, the windows above the door.
Above
Yeah.
the-
Yeah.
yeah,
okay,
that's.
okay.
Above the canopy.
There you go.
like a really
Oh,
bad
okay.
screenshot of it, but.
Not seeing the canopy was blue.
Mhm.
Yeah. Old photo, but that's the windows that we're talking about there, right on the front entrance.
Is that her design there that you showed?
Uh-huh,
Oh,
that was
okay.
the original one that she sent us that we were like,
I like that one.
Merriam,
I like
Wait, can
it.
you show us that one? Can you show us that one again? I was just kind of seeing how it fits on there, sorry.
that's okay. This is the one, it was essentially the same as she proposed for the stairs, the swirl is the thing. So, and then I think it will also wrap around the other side. I think we talked about doing that.
Maybe we'd see it from IKEA away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
And this is gonna be a vinyl application on the windows?
mhm,
Uh-huh.
yep, which makes it pretty.
I like that
Easy.
one. I just like that one.
Yeah, I like the darker blue ones,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know the back colors for Merriam,
So then yellow.
but like what type,
Perfect.
is it dark blue?
Yellow and
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Yeah, there we
Royal
go.
blue.
Well, this isn't exactly, but it's close.
I should just delete that one from the.
Is that the one you like, Jordan?
I like that one and then like the geometric four, the ones that have darker blue on them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Easier
Sun one and-
this way, so
and,
they can be side by
geometric-
side.
Sun one and geometric four, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sun two is out, in my opinion, but
Yeah. I mean, we're not really making a decision, are we?
we're giving them our
feedback.
opinion.
Ah,
Yeah.
And it would be helpful to them if we had a consensus type opinion, but it's not
Okay.
necessarily required or
Yeah.
expected.
I say the two on the outside, that's my opinion.
Okay.
And can you give descriptions as to why and how they would fit, Merriam, especially within that particular space?
I like the darker blue,
Mm.
just like the contrast, like, so it's not all the same, like, what do you call that? Level of color, yeah, yeah,
Saturation.
yeah.
And they are using complementary colors.
Yeah, the geometric one, it almost looks like a mountain to me.
Which
Kinda
doesn't
weird. I
fit.
get the,
That's what I saw too, but I love that one because
I
I'm a
love that
Frank
one.
Lloyd Wright kind of guy.
Yeah,
that's a
And
nice one.
I think.
I
that
think
the-
that was like originally my favorite.
Ditto.
And then I was like, wait, there's a mountain in the water?
Yeah,
But I
that-
get it, I
that
guess
image
she
is
just
a little
reflected the sun.
And it seems more like broken up and not totally thematic, whereas
Yeah.
the sun one feels like you're turning the entire space into a theme.
Yeah.
Which has certain draw to it. One question from just a pragmatic perspective, is the intent of this both aesthetic and to reduce the amount of sun coming through there, or just aesthetic?
Just aesthetic.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
The way those windows are, they're not like directly over the lobby.
Mhm.
So she talks a little bit about how like the light will change the color within the side, but it's like there's space. It's kind of like,
They're over the vestibule.
yeah,
Or the
it's
airlock.
over the airlock.
Uh-huh.
Which there's not really an upstairs space. It's kind of
Yeah.
attached to you can see through it from the staff kitchen. but you can't access it, you can
Yeah,
just
sure.
see it.
Do you guys get a lot of bird kill from that window on the outside? No,
Oh,
it's a
that's-
serious
yeah,
question.
that's-
Is that coming from the north side?
That was definitely an issue when I worked at the Visitors Bureau office, and I do hear it in my current office upstairs sometimes, but I'm not
So,
close to
because
these
this would
windows
help
enough.
resolve a lot of those issues,
Yes.
so, and especially that sunlight pattern would help, the sun to the
Now,
very first
would-
darker one.
Will it be backlit?
There will be at night.
At night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Good question.
Christine texted that she voted for number 4, but we're not voting.
No.
Not
yeah.
voting.
But that's
She
her-
likes
that's her
So which
input.
one was
Yeah.
more?
the
The geometric.
geometric one.
Uh-huh.
I like the one in the middle, I know nobody else does, but, I just kind of think that colors flow together, and there's a lot going on with all the different, all the different patterns she has, and I kind of feel like they flow together a little bit in that one, a little better, but that's just me. And I kind of feel like the one on the far right is a little too busy.
Too busy, yeah, in the end, that's, I kind of feel the same way.
Now I cannot see a mountain.
Yeah, once you see it, that's all.
That's good, yeah, it's good.
You're like, no, yeah.
Well, think of it as.
It's right there.
Think of it as a volcano. That's it.
Yeah. Even the section like 2 under that one looks like mountain range to
It
me
does,
with
yeah.
the
Yeah,
sunlight
sunrise,
too.
yeah,
And then the one
yeah.
above, yeah.
Now I'm just drawn to it.
I know, same.
Go ahead.
Was she come in for this at all and
Yeah, she'll come
install it,
install
or,
it. Mhm.
and maybe talk to us?
Yeah,
I mean, that'd
I'm
be
sure
fun.
she would.
I thought the gallery talk by, yeah, I thought that was great.
I'm so mad I missed it.
So, in regards to, I think, in general, the group agrees that the sun ones are probably the most appropriate. But is there anything that we could give them in terms of feedback that would help give them direction to Kara for what are things that would make it more appropriate, or are there changes we'd recommend? I know you preferred the lighter colors, because it, it meshes better, the contrast.
On colors, I will just say, she made some note that like, the color palette for the vinyl is very limited, so
That's how
this
she
is
judged.
probably
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
a super accurate rendering of it, but
So can you bring up the picture again of the actual building?
Do you, does the Google Street View updated with the blue canopy, do you know?
I don't know. Good luck.
Blue canopy.
They painted the canopy bright blue, and I think we need to, personally, I think that's part of it.
Sure, that's a good point, because those colors are gonna,
Yeah.
you don't want a serious
And that was
clash.
part of like when they did some of the lighting updates that we recommended as part of the previous art committee.
Sure.
I need to clean up
Especially
my
with the
stuff.
blue.
And like they put the sunscreens on the exterior too,
Now, I'm at a loss. What canopy are you talking about?
but
Then-
above the staircase, that right
This
there is
right
blue.
here.
And
Oh,
then there's
okay.
like a whole ADA pad to the left now with a bench and planters.
Perforated steel.
Yeah, and then there's perforated steel on this, on the
So
concrete wall.
is it Merriam blue then? It's darker than that?
It's bright.
Yeah.
It's like a royal blue then?
Again, there was like limited color
Well,
options
yeah.
for the type
Huh?
of paint.
Miriam Blue inspired.
It's like, it's really bright. It's like the lighter blue of that middle one. I would
Probably
say.
closer to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's my personal
Yeah.
thought.
So
It's,
then,
it's somewhat close to the, the monument signs at all the parks
Yeah.
that have the blue on the top. It's pretty close, it's about that blue.
then from my perspective, it would make me think more of.
He's got it on the picture.
Okay. Thank you, there you go, guys.
The blue overhang.
Thank you,
Oh, right.
thank
Oh.
you, Billy.
Oh,
So, in terms of that, then, I would lean, personally as an artist, I would probably lean towards those colors blending into the image, which leads me more to Julie's, so.
This one, the middle.
Yeah, from that kind of input, I think it would be really appropriate to really take that color, you guys as a city, take that and really hold those two colors up against that awning to validate which one doesn't make you go, that's an actual
That's fair.
technique, not the technique.
Yeah, it was, part of her contract to send like a strike off, or not, I know it's not really a strike off, cause she's not printing necessarily on it, right? It's
There's like a
certain colors
sample
of
of
vinyl
it,
that she's
right?
like piecing together. Like, could she
Not
send a
exactly
little
sure.
sample? This is what I did, when I worked in graphics and signage,
Uh-huh.
we would send like little, squares
Samples of the
or
actual
samples
vinyl.
of the actual
Yeah.
vinyl to
Mhm.
verify brand colors,
Uh-huh.
or like put in the space when we were
Yes.
offset, cause we were offsite for some of our projects.
Yeah.
So
She's gonna wanna be
Yeah.
comfortable with it too.
that
Yeah.
would be my
Ask for
recommendation
samples.
to ask for that,
Okay.
if she's,
I think that's sound advice.
We can do that.
Okay.
This is
Do we know,
not gonna happen immediately.
is this,
Sure.
is this vinyl, I have a couple questions that are all related. Is this vinyl adhered internally? Okay, is it UV protected?
so she talked about that as
Okay.
like an overland,
Okay,
cause I remember I feel like I asked her, but that would be something good just to
It
verify.
was one of the items we asked
Yeah.
her in her presentation,
Mhm.
yes.
the middle one, when I look at the two sun ones, the one on the far left and the middle one, I like the contrast on the left, the far left. And so, like, over time, especially if there's a chance that it could fade, the middle one makes me a little nervous.
Yeah, I'm afraid with that other blue, it looks more washed out.
Yeah, that's why I would say, I think your idea is great, let's get the actual vinyl
Yeah.
sample,
Mhm.
you guys get the actual vinyl, not us. You guys get the actual vinyl samples and see which one isn't gonna look weird.
Uh-huh.
And then go with that, but I mean, I would agree that in the big picture, I like the contrast more, and I know you like the, cause
Maybe it could be both.
I like bright, I like that kind of thing, so.
Didn't you also say that the vinyl colors were limited to
Mhm.
what those blues are?
Yeah,
Mhm.
So that might be.
it's gonna be one of those two, I'm assuming.
Well, I-
Something in between.
yeah, I'm just curious how she's piecing the two different colors of blue together.
Don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, I'm excited to see it.
Uh-huh. Do we like her patterns?
I think, yeah, I have nothing against them, there's nothing in it that makes me go, ooh, or,
Okay.
was our feedback helpful?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
definitely. Like, give us direction.
Yep.
Decision fatigue.
So, for the budget,
Uh-huh.
do we vote on that?
No, it has
No.
nothing to do
It
with
doesn't
us.
come out of
Comes out of
It
our.
will-
Jordan's
Jordan's
budget.
Comes out of the art
It will be
budget,
public art funds, but,
Okay,
but
it's a
not
small
part of
budget,
our-
so.
Oh,
I think you
Okay.
had it in there that it was like
75 or
Yeah.
12.5, I think.
10,000.
Something like
three.
It's 52 million or something.
The whole rest of your you're done here.
Oh, you don't want that.
Um, The Milagros, are you good with that then?
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yes.
Milagros Collective wrap-up. I'm assuming everyone has taken some form of gander through and with and over the course, perfect timing.
Yes.
Perfect timing.
How's it
I
going?
literally just finished up with the thing
my
we
God.
Oh yeah, I don't have to be, I could have scooted over there.
You had a computer, so.
Yeah. You're running the show here.
So we were on our agenda today, we were just going to the Milagros Collective wrap-up. So you guys walked up just as we were about to time up, it was like kismet, so. Everyone had said they'd walked through on numerous occasions, I'm sure you've interacted with most of us at some point during the process. I have, asked randomly, both staff members, et cetera, at the desk, various feedback from people walking through. I have sneakily followed people in as they're going down the stairs, not in a creepy, weird way, but just to, hear unprompted, responses, et cetera. And, little kids are like, wow, what's this? And there's the only ones that I personally witnessed were positive, interactions. And then, the normal staff gave very positive feedback. They're always reticent to say anything negative, but I forced, hey, did you get any negative feedback, because you're going to, it's inevitable, right? I mean, any artwork is going to generate someone who doesn't like it, or doesn't like why we're doing something, etc. And those were the general types of responses, but they were the minority, heavily the minority. So, I think that's good. I'm sure you've all, had community members that you interact with and neighbors, with responses. Before they talk about stuff, does anybody want to bring up any of those that they particularly are excited about?
I know some people came to your painting party and had a heck of a good time. I sure did. I'm always like,
Yeah.
I painted like those 25.
It's green, you probably did.
Yeah, probably not it. Yeah. Yeah, I think people had fun, that's what I heard. So,
Yeah, the energy in that room was really fun and groovy. Yeah, I liked it, so.
Well, your gallery talk was great.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, everybody loved it. I mean, the presentation was really polished and you answered questions. You did obey. So, thank you.
Thanks, y'all. Yeah, only minor tech tips.
It happens.
Yeah.
I unfortunately missed everything because I ended up coming down with COVID, so.
Oh, no.
I apologize, and then I somehow always picked the exact moment that you all weren't working to come to the gym. So I didn't run into you while you were working, but it looks amazing.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So, I guess unless someone else had something they wanted to add, that goes to you guys. How has your experience been? Where, how much more percentage do you think you guys have left? Do you feel like you're on time? Those kinds of, information questions.
Yeah, I'm feeling like we're on time. Yeah, I just made a little to-do list and it's pretty short, which feels good.
Punch list.
Yeah, totally. Basically we need to finish hanging the rest of the rocks, and I think that we'll get through that tonight, and I'm pretty sure that we have enough painted, but we're on standby for that. And then finish painting up and then seal the green part of the mural. And then, one of the things that we actually wanted to talk to you guys about was finalizing our title, because famously artists like to make things more than they like to title things. So, we were thinking of some ideas for the interior, and one of our ideas was like flourishing flowers, or like flourishing together, or like growing together. But I don't know, we've been very flippy floppy about what it should be, so we would love some input from y'all.
I like the idea of the word together in there.
Yeah.
I think that speaks back to our original plan and what it's about, what this whole space is about, whether it's grow or flourish. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have any, or any other fun adjectives, etc., that would work within that. So, anyone?
I have to say, with the recent change to the Kmart location and other changes that are coming to Merriam, and our 75th anniversary coming up, there's been a lot of growth. So I actually really like the word grow.
Yeah. I mean, when you first said it, that was the one that I keyed in on, I think, and that smaller feels comfortable in the tone, those kind of things. So.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I'm down. That was one of my early ideas, so I'm down for it too if y'all are.
First ones are usually, your gut first ones are usually right.
Totally, yeah, because our experience has just been that like you guys are such a tight-knit community, and that like everyone knows each other, and yeah, we've had such a like really awesome positive time here. We're like really sad to have to leave. I'm gonna miss going and floating in the lazy river.
Have any of your other projects ever had a pool for you to?
No, but like honestly, everyone should, because it gets hot out there.
Have to write that in. Access to.
Well, you'll have a little plaque with like descriptions and the date and the way Blessing Hancock.
Yes. this is
I mean, I
helpful.
noticed people reading those more.
Nice.
Like Still Time has one, and
Tombstone.
yeah. Was there something different than you expected, or did you kind of expect this? You'd never been to Kansas City before, had you?
No, we've never been to Kansas City before. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm like, it's like such a big, like, metro area. It was like giving me like Atlanta of the Midwest vibes, and I was not expecting, like, we love Atlanta, so this is not like a diss, you know, like, I'm just like, it was just like, everything's been like, more like diverse and bigger than I thought, cause you know, when you think you're going to Kansas, you think like, maybe it's gonna be like prairie grass, and you know, yeah,
Do we have
but,
sidewalks?
yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, no, I figured there'd be sidewalks, 'cause there are plenty in the site visit, so, yeah, but yeah, it's been like really cool. We've like met some really cool people here and eat some really good food, and yeah, my expectations were really low because these things can go any which way. Like sometimes you're just like dropped off in the middle of nowhere and they're like, okay, like we have nothing for you, figure it out. Like, yeah, and that's like been completely the opposite of our experience, I feel like, because anytime we need anything, we can like call Lauren or Dave or like, you know, and just be like, hey, like, do you have like this? And like, literally about like 90% of the time, there's just like the thing's already here. Like, so yeah, it's been like an incredibly positive experience. And we were already excited about doing this, like when we found out that we were gonna come, but like, yeah, it's been just like really fun time for us.
I think, personally, I think it shows in the work too.
Yeah, it does.
Right. Now, you said that this, did you start by saying this was the title for the stairway?
Yeah, for the stairway.
Interior. Is the exterior work gonna have a title, a separate title?
Yeah, so I think
Okay.
you're thinking that the outside could be called like season steps, because it's like changing seasons,
nice.
but yeah,
That's nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Season.
Or like seasons, like
Oh,
it belongs to
seasons.
the season,
Okay.
yeah, or plural, yeah.
Just wanna write it down.
I don't know, I don't know, I'm not good at grammar, so y'all tell me.
That doesn't matter when you're
Yeah.
doing a presentation.
Yeah. So you want to be?
Artists are allowed to break grammar.
What about the variety of food here? Did that surprise you?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot more diversity of food here than people think.
Yeah, no, honestly, there's been like everything. Like we went to like a robot, like the robot sushi place. Like we like, it's like, it's crazy if y'all, it's like in that weird part of KCMO with
The
like,
plaza.
yeah, the plaza, exactly, the cooler place. The conveyor belt sushi. Yeah, that was really fun. We went to this place called Katie's Cafe in KCMO too. It was like, yeah, it's a tempura fried pork chop sandwich. We went to.
Are you gonna work tenderloin? That's what I was gonna
Yeah, of course, we had to. We've actually gone like 3 times. I'm
Yes.
ashamed of it. It's like our favorite junk food. But everything's been really awesome. And then seeing that show at the Johnson County Community College too, like that like knocked my socks off. I was not expecting the community college to have like that level of a museum. So like, yeah, pretty much all of my no expectations were completely blown away.
And I'll say that we like that in Kansas City, that most people don't know, and that keeps us slow and low to grow.
Y'all living like kings and queens out here.
Yeah, it's really, it's great, you know?
Travis and Taylor are gonna change
Yeah.
that. People are gonna know.
Yeah.
Oh man, I know. Sorry, they're gonna blow up the spot for you.
He's gonna retire and I'll move.
Yeah. I do have a logistics question for you. What was it like, because I assume this is the first time the area that you were working on was also active with the public, like that, the stairwell never closed, right?
Yeah.
So what was it like trying to work with people constantly, like walking through?
There's only so much that we can do with the people there, so we could do a lot of the painting and stuff, but we've mostly just been working at nights, like after they close.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get here like around now-ish, and then, yeah, we've been vampires a little bit. So the reason you haven't seen us is because no one's listening.
Fair.
But it's not the first time that we've been in this situation either.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like that in Atlanta where we just came from, so it's like a train station, and it only closed from 2 to 4 a.m. So that was even worse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like anything that was like close to like where the elevator was or anything like that, like just had to like halt, and then we would like come in vampire style in the middle of the night and work there and scare whoever happened to be around. But it's been mostly good. Like usually everyone's like really stoked to see us, and they're like, "It's looking great! Like, thank you!" And like there's like a couple folks who are like upset that the stairs are closed. If like we had to like actually like close them down for a little bit, they're like, "How am I supposed to get down?" And I'm like, "There's an elevator right there."
Where's the button?
So we're just like, push one of them. It's gonna work. Like just push everything. So yeah.
You are not ants, people.
Yeah, some people get really upset about getting their routine thrown off for sure. So we're just like, let's just like chill on this and start coming a little later. And
Yeah, we have a lot of regulars.
yeah, it's incredible. I've never seen such an active little zone before, like for something that's like for a municipality and like for the community, you know, usually it's like ghost towny, like at least in the South.
That's really good to hear.
It was a lot of fun to see. It was almost magical, like for me, because obviously I did not see you a lot of times, and come every morning and just see that, oh wow, that's new, or they did this, and that was a lot of fun to see that transformation, and it was pretty cool.
Anything else from anyone? You guys got anything else you want to add specifically to the conversation? Or?
Joey, you can, I don't know, I feel
I
like
don't
I've
know,
been
you said most of it.
I'm like, I'm chatty today, I'm on a roll.
No, it's just been really nice meeting everyone and being here, and yeah, we're just really grateful to have been selected, and yeah, just thank you.
Yeah, thanks y'all so
Well,
much.
thank you. It's been a
Yeah,
pleasure,
thank
really.
you.
Your feedback too helps us with, you know, other artists that'll come, et cetera, so if they're coming from a distance.
Yeah, no, it's been, you guys have knocked it out of the park.
Fantastic.
I have a small little thing to tell you guys. I have a friend that teaches at Tulane. He's from here, but he's lived in New Orleans for 16 years. And so I sent him yours and stuff, and he was like, "Oh my god, I know their work." So I just wanted to share that because I was like, I just felt like a connection. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's awesome, and I hope that we get to come back in the future. I'm definitely like putting Kansas City on my radar now. And it's not because of Travis and
Yes, because of our fantastic art scene.
Yeah.
And food.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's good. You guys can go get to work. I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Work
scratch
here.
finalizing the title off my to-do list. Thanks, y'all. Alright.
One question, are
Oh,
you
yeah.
still planning on coming back for the birthday party?
Ooh, yeah, we probably could.
can.
Yeah. Yeah, cause
That's
our,
great.
yeah, what day is it again? The 23rd?
October 23rd.
Yeah, okay, let me write this down.
Thursday, October 23rd.
When do you guys think you're gonna be
Might not be.
loading up and rolling out?
We have to leave on the 15th.
Okay.
That's
Quick.
Yeah, it's quick, so, yeah,
Hopefully we can get the signage in place before then, and then maybe do a little ribbon cutting.
oh, that'd be cute. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
But we will work on that.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I think that my parents are gonna make a trip to come up and see it too, because they've been really excited about the project. So, yeah. So if it happens when we're not here, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right, see you
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
All right,
Agenda items. Next project.
Oh, what is it?
So I know we kind of, and we don't need to get deep into the weeds on this. I know we had stated to be a fairly quick meeting, but, and we're not gonna make major decisions, but, I think in our conversations up to this point, we've been talking about and leaning towards the clearing. Yeah, the clearing, along Streamway Park. So again, I would iterate, you know, thinking about what that means to you. Go walk it now before the leaves turn. Maybe walk it, you know, when they do, those kind of things, because I'm sure we'll be starting these discussions as fall is here. And what, you know, what that means. I know that in that conversation, there was a local Merriam artist / sculptor was one of the ones that we had said that maybe that was when we were going through this process for this one, that he was one we were like, well, maybe that's something, so we want to make sure that we tie that back into our search, or when we're doing the RFP, request for proposal,
Are you talking
request for quote.
about Matt DeHamers?
Yeah, correct, yeah. So, I mean, to at least give him that opportunity to look at that space. I think there are things to think about, obviously, when we're thinking about that space. It is, as people wanted in the master plan, it's a surprise. I mean, you're gonna come into something that you aren't expecting, which is also a problem, because that's something that isn't constantly monitored, it isn't visually taken, seen all the time. Public Works is close to that, which helps, but that's not a 24-hour-a-day operation. So,
More opposite than here.
we really want to keep those things in mind when we're thinking about that space and when we're looking at the artists that we will thin down to get to whatever we may or may not want to do there. And
But we
if-
are gonna have like a call.
Yeah, I would think so, just like the previous. I think we would do something
Yeah.
almost identical to the previous one.
Yeah, right.
At least that's my assumption, so.
Would there be any
There's-
way we could get just like the picture, or some sort of graphic of what that space looks like, just, that'd be awesome.
You can go to like Johnson County Land Records. I mean, when I'm looking at a space, that's where I go.
The Ames website?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it has like a great map. I mean, you can even see different images from like sometimes different seasons and stuff, but it does change a lot in the seasons,
It
like
really does.
right now that you almost like can't even see the stream, but it's right there, like 10 feet from the trail, so, yeah. But that would be a great map to look at.
Thoughts?
I, walked on the space with Christine, but it's been a while. How big is it? How many acres is it? Is it?
It's real big, it's like the size of
Yeah.
a soccer field or something,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it's
pretty
big.
significant.
Yeah.
And the trail kind of like
Yeah,
comes out and
wraps.
around this
Yeah.
So I
clearing
think,
space, and the stream is right there,
Mhm.
like right next to the trail.
I think what we wanna really think about is, in regards to that, that's a great question. How big is that space? So, we don't wanna put a little thing that's, I think scale is important there if that's where we're going next, which we don't have to. I mean, we can pivot if we want, but I think there's been a lot of, I think we put a lot of energy already into thinking about that space. Why not keep that momentum is my thinking.
Yeah.
So, think about that. I don't know how much is left in our budget. I also am curious about generation of funds from the 1%. Do we know anything about
We
the?
don't have a lot of
We didn't do that.
Okay, it didn't go.
We haven't actually
We
voted
haven't
on it.
considered it.
Why not?
I don't know.
Oh, why
Because
not?
I did not have time to write it.
Yeah.
Over the
Okay.
past long
Okay.
time. So, if that's something you guys want to encourage pushing forward, you can do that. But right now,
I was already under the assumption that it was a critical path item for the city based on previous city council agendas that I've seen and read in the past.
Okay.
So the fact that it isn't is a bit of a surprise to me.
Oh, no, it has not been.
Okay,
Considered.
okay, then I feel that it should be. What do you guys think? Do we have a
Yeah,
consensus?
I was under the same assumption, I
So-
thought, yeah.
I feel we have a consensus then that that's something we want to continue to and push forward. It's unfortunate that that isn't, because then we lose out on that opportunity with this enormous project that's happening right up the street.
Yeah.
But, that is what it is.
They have to do public art as part of the redevelopment
They
agreement
do.
on the site. I'm just
Right,
pointing
but
that
they
out.
don't have, they don't
I know.
have the current opportunity to give us that money instead of them doing it. I mean, they could out of generosity, I suppose, but, I mean,
Yeah, fetch it.
and we could suggest that to
Actually,
them.
as part of the, don't quote me,
I won't.
as part of the RDA, I can't remember if it said on the site or give the funds to the public art committee. I
Let's
can-
clarify that.
Yeah, or the
Because
city,
I see that as opportunities within leverage to various items that have been brought up in the planning commission that I bring up every month in the planning commission. I see opportunity there for, well, and I'm just gonna say it, because I say it there every month, and this is a public meeting. So there are a lot of interest and efforts to provide a walking bridge across Shawnee Mission Parkway. That is something that the community has wanted, that is something that we need to find efforts to do so, and without, really consistently applying the pressure to do so, it's not easy. And so as a community, as committee members, as public-facing entities, if that's something that you see as important, you should be having that conversation as often as possible. I see it as an opportunity as a public art group that not just be a utilitarian walkway, because the locations that are currently left to us are, because of attrition, are from the Visitors Bureau. I don't know why I always have difficulty thinking of those two words. Visitors Bureau across to the easement / right-of-way in front of Barron BMW. And there is currently an assessment occurring with the state for traffic flow, and which includes pedestrian, for that entire I-35 Shawnee Mission corridor, because that's both state and federal locations. And yes,
Just
go
to
ahead.
clarify, it's actually the city of Merriam that's paying for that study, and the state's not involved yet.
Okay, thank you for that
Yeah.
clarification. So, and that, part of that process is to try to facilitate or find ways to make that happen. And I think as an art committee, public art committee, it would be remiss of us not to find ways to make that something that is noteworthy to the state of Kansas, not just Merriam. It is at Shawnee Mission Parkway and I-35, the highest traffic location in the state of Kansas. And to put just a clunky walkway over Shawnee Mission Parkway would be, I think, a disservice to our community. So think about that, talk about it with people. It is not something that will happen overnight. It is something that may not ever happen at all. But I think it is something we should continue to push for, and I've been pushing for 15 years. So, I am a tenacious and patient individual. But, I see things evolving in a way that give us opportunities. So I'm talking about it in ever more public spaces. Puts me as a target, but I don't care at this point in my life. So, think about it. That's another item I think is, next projects kind of thinking. So, and hence why I bring up budget, and hence why I bring up 1%, because though that may be a capital improvement project, I think there's opportunity for us to make it something bigger than just a capital improvement budget, but also an art budget. So that gives us the opportunity to bring in someone better to design it. So think about those things, guys.
I would say to help you get to that goal from the city's perspective, continue to make progress as a committee that brings art to the community using the funds that are already established.
Yep. So moving quickly on our next project is what you're saying. Or
That
efficiently.
Does anybody know, is the clearing in the 100-year floodplain?
I think it might be. That was my question, was there are utility lines, how does that affect this space?
We just
and our
can't have
ability?
anything high.
Okay,
I
that's
assume.
it?
I assume.
Oh, okay.
There are rules and regulations, but that
Yeah.
would be through, just like we do with every other, that would go through planning
Okay.
development, Brian Dyer and their group, and they would say yes or no, this is what your restrictions are, your limitations are here.
Okay.
That may push it closer to the trail itself, that may,
Yeah.
those kinds of things are very, very relevant questions.
Okay.
Because oftentimes I think they have to keep the easement underneath it clear for vehicles.
So there's like a
Town.
seating area, like
Oh, yeah.
benches, right under it. So I assumed that a sculpture or whatnot would
It's a
be
butterfly
feasible.
garden.
Yes, the butterfly garden is
Must
like
be
right under there,
right
so it
there,
seems
yeah.
like, but yeah, that would be interesting to figure out the utility situation and the flood situation. I have no idea about that, but I know that that land that you're showing right over there.
It's in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the bright
Yeah.
blue flood.
It's entirely in it, 0.7 acres.
Whoa. Which I don't think is necessarily, removes it from the opportunity, but
No.
it becomes very important in the design.
Yeah, yeah.
It could be material.
Form and function, right?
Yeah.
I mean, still times in the floodplain,
What's that?
still times.
Oh, yeah,
Is
it's
also,
in the
yeah,
floodplain
it is,
too,
100%.
Yeah, like you would have to
And
go
it
in
would
knowing.
easily
Nice.
survive a
Seeds
solid.
is
All
in
of
the
them in
floodplain.
downtown are.
Yeah, see, the butterfly is not,
Mhm.
is it?
I think that's where the
I
worst.
think that's where the
flooding
flood
was.
happened recently.
Yes,
Waterfall
but it's
Park
like,
is-
I don't
I think it's
know.
elevated.
It's
Yeah.
slightly up,
Is it?
yeah.
When I was down there, it
Great.
didn't look like it got hit, but that's.
Yeah.
Again, properly designed and engineered with those things in mind
Huh.
is an important and relevant part of the conversation, so.
Maybe not a glass sculpture.
Yes.
So,
Fabric.
that being said, Milagros is wrapping up. Our next meeting is October. So I think we should be looking to put together what we wanna do for a call for artists for that project.
All right.
That's me.
Out of the frying pan.
I know, right, so before we move to that, you made a very important comment in my opinion, and that is,
Okay.
that from a staff perspective,
Mhm.
seeing progress and moving forward with things, what is their, so now that this particular project has gone through that process, we've moved through it, it has occurred, do they think that that process should be faster, slower? Were they unhappy with the process? Were they happy with the process? Where can we improve?
I haven't, I don't have a lot of feedback about this,
Okay.
other than, I think one thing we can consider from it is, like, through our last RFQ, we, were exposed to a lot of great potential artists that I think you all had various ideas about. So another route could be, we like this artist, we want to hire them to do something here as a much more expedited process, like, kinda like what we're doing with Carolyn.
Sure, so the full commission call,
Yeah.
so
Yes,
my,
more commissioning,
I
that's,
think
it's an
that's-
option.
No, I think that's good input. In regards to that, I would say that I think most of us, for the most part, don't have all those memorized and didn't download every single project item. So
There's
the
still-
ability to do that, is
Yeah.
that still exist within the platform
Yes,
that we were
we're still on the
utilizing?
platform.
And
I
could we
don't
have that
exactly know how it
reactivated
works at this point for
for
getting
viewing?
you guys access to it again, but I think the admin side has access to all that. I have like a spreadsheet, I think, of,
Which I think, just
learning.
looking at that from the ones that we filtered down to the, you know,
Yeah.
top, whatever,
I definitely have to say, like, this project would be totally different.
very much
I mean,
so.
so
And,
different,
and the
but,
call you would get from
yeah,
that would be
the,
very
the
different. There
people
were
who
some
would, yeah, apply. would be
sculptural
different.
entities in that
A
that we
few.
liked,
Yeah.
but not, you know, there were very few that I
We had
was.
people that didn't read the RFQ, and
Yeah.
then,
100%.
that, and I wouldn't, yeah,
I don't know, yeah, I don't know, they'd be my number one
right.
to hire for a
And-
job if they didn't even read the RFQ.
Do we think then that not only your suggestion in regards to existing ones that we've looked at, but narrowing and really tightening our scope of what we're looking for and the parameters of what we're looking for when sending out this request, so that we don't get 199,000 responses, we get 40 or whatever that might be, and just, if they aren't 100% following what the RFP was, they're just rejected out of hand.
Yeah.
If you're sending me, you know, pictures of flowers on a wall and we're asking for a sculpture in a specific space,
Yeah.
you know, why don't waste our time?
Right.
So I think that could help facilitate that process quicker. I think we're also a lot more comfortable with how to communicate with one another in terms of narrowing these things down. So I think that would also speed that process up as well. So next meeting, I think our plan then is to, let's really spend the time to narrow down the scope based on feedback that we need to get from development, community development, about what parameters we need to think about in regards to that space, height, you know, flood zone, power lines, etc., so that we can put those within the construction elements of what we would be requesting. that would be extremely helpful. I think that would help narrow the
I
parameters.
know a great example is Chatelaine Park's shelter.
Mhm.
The footings had to be a special flood footing.
Sure.
They said we could, they said we could have a shelter there, it just simply had, the construction had to be such to withstand floodwaters
Sure.
if it had
Yeah.
floods, so.
That's what I was actually gonna ask if we know what the geotechnical makeup
Yeah,
of
all
that
that,
space
that's
is.
usually tested and.
We
yeah.
probably have to have a structural reviewer, so test.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was bedrock.
Yeah, I mean, I would say we, well, it depends on the project,
It's all,
but.
it's all.
And I
It's
would be
all-
shocked if community development
It's all
doesn't already have a lot of
down
that data.
It's
to
all,
exist.
that would all be alluvium down there, just creek to creek.
So, come prepared to
But
spend
that's good,
maybe a little
there's lot
longer
of gravel-
meeting,
gravel seed.
our next meeting, so that we can hash something solid out for David to be able to move forward.
Last time, how many applicants did we get through?
Oh my god, it was like
190.
190.
That's what I thought, I mean,
That's a
I've
lot.
been telling people that, and then I thought, maybe I was wrong.
No, it was really that many.
Because
was
it
a
took,
lot.
it took so much time
Yeah.
Oh my
to
gosh, yeah.
do it seriously.
Mhm.
And, even taking that much time, boy, I think some people slip through my
Yeah.
net because of exhaustion.
I know, I felt really bad when I realized that everyone was viewing everyone alphabetically. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I lost it around the G's and H's, and I'd take a break and come back, but I was like, okay,
Yeah.
you're after the letter T, I'm so sorry.
So I,
but-
Yeah.
I think our lesson
Word.
is refine our scope of what we're asking for really
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah.
That's too many,
And,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
be very clear in that RFQ, RFP or RFQ?
RFQ.
RFQ.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're doing an RFQ, they would do it, yeah, okay.
And then they do a proposal.
Yeah, exactly, yes, exactly. So, come prepared thinking about that, as well as what you perceive that amount of money would take, what it would take in terms of the amount of money. Just from your own research, your own looking, your own thoughts, et cetera. Because we're gonna have to lock in both of those things pretty tightly, so.
So is there like a budget number that we have?
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I would guess, let me actually not do it off the top of my head.
So it's like 115,000 a
My
year?
brain says that we have $332,000.
Oh, if you combine from years.
Yeah, if you
What-
combine
what we've done
the
so
original
far.
5-year intention of,
Half of it.
115,000, this was
For 5
50,
Yeah.
No, 30.
the
Proposed,
master
yeah,
plan
master
was
plan.
30, Carol will be 10, Hearts Across Merriam was 3. So what does that bring us down to? Was anyone doing that math?
So wait, that's
That's
so like
that's
500,000, right?
Yeah, the total that we get.
Close to
yeah,
100,000.
Over 5 years.
Yeah, it was right around 100.
Huh?
I think it was right around 100.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like
About
they're-
93,000, you guys
Yeah.
spent about 93,000,
Yeah.
So,
so.
Huh,
But if
have a
we
lot of
spend
yeah, we have tons.
400,000 on the next piece, then we can't do anything for 3 years.
right.
Yeah.
So
Keep
it's
that in
funding
mind.
Yeah,
through
no problem.
29, 28.
I don't really know when the clock starts, to be perfectly honest.
It was when we approved it in the budget for 20.
The committee was
23, right?
reignited or whatever, that's not the right word.
Well, let's see
It's
what you-
been a long
Yeah.
week.
It's
In 2023.
Yeah.
Resumed, how's that?
Yeah.
So that was that budget year, so 2023 budget
23.
years, we did a 5-year, right? So through
Yeah.
28,
28.
right? 27,
Yeah. That sounds right.
so,
Yes, I'll add to the list, confirm remaining
Yeah.
budget.
and when that clock started and stuff.
Which again, continues to make me want to make sure that we're pushing forward with the 1%. Yeah. And I will talk to Brian about the Drake's intentions in terms of what they intend to do for art with that project, whether it's to give us the 1% or to give whatever it is currently for
Right.
those types of projects, whether they're gonna do it themselves or they wanna give it to us, so.
I don't remember seeing a.
They're used to me being pretty aggressive to them in the plan. Drake is, but you know.
I don't know that they identified anything in the preliminary plans, but,
Yeah.
They did not.
But also
But-
the new thing doesn't have really a space
Common
for it.
space.
So it
Yeah,
might
and I
be-
don't want-
So it's another leverage point to say, why don't you just provide us with that and we'll take advantage and provide the community with.
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be helpful, I can't remember what was in the RDA. I feel like it said either or, but I can't remember.
I can't remember why.
50,000 towards art on site or throughout the city.
50?
That sounds
50,000.
right.
Kind of peanuts, but we'll take everything we can get.
Okay.
And that's similar to like what the Grand Station did with
Yeah.
the glass,
That's been
okay,
50 grand.
And the murals, yeah.
okay.
And I'd say that they got that cheaper than, they should have spent more. We have no control over that, so.
Yeah,
And
and
then
that's,
I have seen that glass thing show up on Instagram so many random times.
Yeah, it's a
People
lot.
take
Like just by
pictures of
random
them.
people.
I'll see it in my
It's kinda
LinkedIn,
cool.
cause like there's events there and stuff, like,
Yeah.
oh, there it is. I know where that's
Oh,
from.
yeah.
Like, I know.
It's a
Oh, that's Merriam. It's
Okay.
weird seeing Merriam just randomly
I love
pop
it.
up.
Makes me happy.
Alright, so, I think that's it on next projects. Any city updates?
This this Saturday is car show. So go check out the cool classic cars as they are also their own kind of works of art. Then on Sunday, there is a marble giveaway, Baker Marble downtown, right next to the marketplace. As we were trying to figure out that building so you have to bring your own labor and vehicles
Yeah, like,
to come.
like stone slabs.
Yes.
Yes, big slabs
Prepared to have
of
heavy
marble.
lifting equipment.
Marble
Yeah.
countertops.
Yes.
Nothing like huge, I don't think. It's just the
No,
stuff
we're
that was
not
inside
letting
the
people
front
do
of
the
the
big
building.
ones,
Yeah.
yeah. But if you can lift it and move it, you can have it.
What if I can lift and move the big ones?
I don't think they're letting
They're not
anyone in the
letting
back.
Yeah.
I mean, I have front loaders, forklifts.
Okay.
Large scale trucks. so.
Okay, good to know. We're trying to find ways to help clear the space, so.
For
Yeah,
Sunday
but
though, you have to be
I'm
able
dead
to.
serious, let's talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a project that might be relevant on.
Oh,
so.
okay, great.
Okay.
Good deal.
For the general public on Sunday, you
Yeah.
have to be able to carry it out yourself.
Yes, the city is providing
multiple
zero
people,
assistance.
but-
We will be present, but you will do all the work, so.
Okay.
One
And is
person
it
will be-
selling by the pound or is it?
No, it's free.
No,
You
free,
take it.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be showing up with.
Okay, fantastic.
And that's Sunday?
From,
Sunday,
8 a.m.
Do you guys know where Baker Marble was?
Yeah.
On Merriam
Exactly.
Drive,
Do they have all kinds of
I
stuff?
can't remember.
just north of the marketplace.
Yeah, I know where it is. Do they have all kinds of
Marble
stones?
that I need for a counter.
So they've got
I think it's mostly marble.
I think it's
Mostly
mostly
marble.
marble.
mostly marble, okay.
Maybe some brand, but I can't.
So I'll just
So
buy
did
a
they
version.
just
I don't
like
know down there.
retire or?
Yeah, well, essentially,
There's
they
nice.
sold their business to their son, but
Was
then they
it-
moved.
There's some big
So the
pieces.
city
I
purchased
know.
the building,
Yeah,
because
there's
it's in a
huge slabs in the back.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Birthday party, October 23rd, as I'm constantly reminding everybody. It'll be our last hiding of the Hearts Across Merriam. I think there's final 14.
And I will be here. I wasn't going to be here, but I will now,
Yay.
yes.
Fantastic.
I was gonna be in Turkey, but now I'm not.
Oh,
Well,
geez.
that's not.
Oh, no.
Well,
It was going to be, but we're gonna do it in 2026.
we're so happy you'll be here to celebrate our birthday.
I figured you would be.
There will be cake and all kinds of other fun things, so. And then if you haven't checked out the Hispanic Heritage exhibit, that's what's currently on
It was
display.
great.
And
Yeah,
there's,
they had fun with it.
Good.
I just came in early so I could walk through it.
there's a video, highlighting the artist that I think is on the Parks Facebook page. And then I think they're gonna release weekly videos highlighting the individual artists rather than the
Awesome.
one. So check it out, it's pretty cool.
Are the artist talks like recorded? I wasn't able to go to the Milagros, like when they did that thing.
No, we
Oh,
don't do
okay.
that.
It is, yeah, Billy's got it on
Yeah,
YouTube.
if you search for Milagros Merriam on YouTube, you see it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, great, great, the logo's gone too.
Just off my head, what was I gonna say?
City updates.
Hispanic Heritage.
There's a video on the parks
The video.
page. It's a really good video. We saw that council on Monday.
Mhm. It didn't do that
Everything they are.
justice though.
No, it didn't. The art's beautiful, but it was really great to hear from the artist.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the artists was someone who applied for our
Was that
project.
Sephora?
So, yeah.
I knew her name was
Yeah.
familiar.
I thought that
And
was
I think she
familiar.
has a space in the arts building in downtown Overland Park that's in the old post office.
Interurban.
Yes, I think she has
Yeah,
a space there.
I think so.
Cause my friend had a show there and I remember, like her space looked familiar.
Yeah, so when I found out that they were doing this, I sent a name to reach out to her, so, as she
Awesome.
talked about being
And
a
if
Hispanic artist in
you,
her
if
application.
you haven't gone to the Toy and Miniature Museum to see the Star Wars, I really recommend it before it leaves, so.
Cool.
It is absolutely phenomenal. It will blow your mind.
We went to the museum a couple weeks ago because she has a pass, but we didn't do
We
this.
saw the big dollhouse.
Yeah, we
Oh,
didn't.
yeah, it's a great one, yeah.
Cool.
yeah.
We didn't do the Star Wars exhibit.
I
so
highly
we'll have to go
recommend
back.
you go back. It is, you know, I was a big fan, of course, but it is incredibly impressive, so.
They're looking for an executive director too.
They are, yeah. Petra's a good
Good to
friend.
know.
She went to Union Station. Yeah. And not regretting her decision yet, so that's a good thing. Yeah. Any other city updates?
Nope, that's all I got.
Any other business from the floor from anyone?
Oh, I take that back. I'll say one thing, sorry. Trash service. If you happen to get new neighbors and they're struggling to find a trash hauler, GFL is now offering residential trash service.
At a very low rate.
Are we supposed to wait
Yeah.
for the,
You should have postcards, guys.
yeah, I just got one.
I think
I
you
got
can
it
just go to
last
their
week.
website and
Yeah,
request
and
the
say you're from
service.
Merriam
Okay.
and you'll get the price.
And if you just,
Yeah.
Well, you won't get the negotiated price.
you won't get the
No,
price
but it
that
is,
we're-
it is lower.
It's probably
it's
lower than what
lower-
everybody else is.
It is lower than KC
Disposal.
disposal, and it's
Yeah.
lower than waste management,
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
significant.
No, I just
However-
got a new quarter, so I have to wait, but.
I know, same.
But it is much less than what I'm paying right now.
Yeah, I know my wife and I are gonna go and do it,
I think
'cause
the
it'll make
only-
the process easier when it comes
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, we are as well.
As a council person, I think the only thing is that you'll have to be responsible for taking your bins back if you switch now versus when the city
Yeah.
Yes.
it starts it.
They can cancel on you, if you cancel on them, it's still probably gonna be subject to whatever their.
And last time I dealt with it, I think it was $60.
Or you can, sometimes you can take them back yourself if you
They
have.
wouldn't let us.
Oh, they wouldn't?
It depends on who you have. Some people, some of them say
Yeah.
they don't have a location for you to drop it off. So all you can do is, you can either buy them from them or pay to have them picked up.
Okay.
So just make sure you ask those questions.
Everyone wants to buy a trash bin.
It'd be nice to have like yard waste instead of.
I actually have extra ones in the morning, so I
Okay.
go to there.
Any other items? Do I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Yep.
So moved.
JJ.
Let's go.
JJ.
And secondly,
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's all I have, guys. Thanks.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
everyone. Thank you for the efficient meeting.
That's weird that you haven't gotten a postcard yet, because we got ours
And
last
come
week
well
and we're walking
snacked and
around,
fed for the
so
next
like.
one. Next
See
meeting.
you.
we
Yeah.
guys-
But our,
I know,
I
it's
know.
on the website.
Okay, yeah.
it's in the third week of
If you have copies, let me know.
February.
I'm happy to
The
help.
month starts on Wednesday.
Yeah, the second Thursday.
I am too,
It's the-
Yeah, I think she's.
Second
I think she's
Thursday?
great. Yeah.
So
I have it at
October
9.
9th,
Yeah, okay.
yes.
So that'll come quicker than you guys think, so.
Yeah.
I will not,
Let me show
I
you
will
that.
not be here for the next.
Yeah.
Where did Chris go?
I'm
Thank you.
excited.
So I'm
Yeah.
What's that?
Where did
I'm
Chris
so
go?
excited.
What do you mean? I know where to find you. Pretty busy with an art project as far as I know.
I'm not
of his
gonna
own.
abandon you.
Kind of trying to
I
get
know,
out
I
all the
also know.
public,
Your plate's pretty
Art.
full, so.
or public,
Especially
committee
lately.
space.
Huh?
Especially
Fair enough.
lately.
Yeah, he's wanting to retire, I think.
Yes, maybe it'll slow down.
I'm ready for a new person. Both of them, because they both will take a lot off my plate.
Oh, good, yeah, good.
Is this your last one, Lauren?
Probably.
You're passing it off to Dave, right?
Unless
What's that?
Was this my last meeting? I guess I didn't announce that. So, like,
We should have had.
maybe I'll come and just sit quietly in the background and wait for people to like look at me.
I thought you were taking over. All right, that was the Public Art Committee meeting for Merriam, Kansas. See you around Merriam.